Hi everybody, Joe here from Shutter Speak Photography. Very nice to see your smiling faces again here on YouTube. So yesterday Nikon dropped firmware for all the Z series cameras. So one of the things that Nikon users have been asking for pretty much as long as I can remember is the ability to update their firmware without a card reader. So the current procedure to update your firmware has of course always been download the firmware file from the Nikon website, put it in the root directory of your memory card, install the memory card back into your camera, and update the firmware. Well, with the Z6 II and the Z7 II, Nikon introduced updating firmware via the SnapBridge app, and today I'm going to walk you through how to update your firmware via the SnapBridge app. If you haven't already done it, now's the time to grab your camera and grab your cell phone and we can go through this together. So, hey, before we get started, I'd just like to say thanks again for watching. Great to see you here. If this video helps you out, please hit the like button, please subscribe and ring the bell so you get notified of future updates from this channel when they come out. So, let's get started updating our firmware.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is go to the setup menu and then make sure airplane mode is off and then go down to connect to smart device. Now if you've never linked your camera with the app, you're going to have to go to Bluetooth pairing and start pairing, and then I'll show you from this stage what happens within the app. Okay, so here in SnapBridge, click add camera, select mirrorless camera, and then click on Bluetooth pairing. And once you do that, you're going to see it's going to search for the device and it's going to tell you to go to your camera, and it's going to tell you the name of the device to search for, some on-screen instructions showing you how to pair them on your iPhone. Your Android screen may look slightly different. And then from there we bounce over to the back of the camera where we'll see the SnapBridge app and the passcode, and we'll need to make sure that the authorization code is the same on both devices. Click OK and you'll see this establishing connection and pairing complete prompt come up on the back of your camera, and we are now within the app. You'll now see that the firmware is available. Just hit OK at the top and then hit next. Of course you have to have your camera on, 80% battery and memory. Okay, so the download will begin on the SnapBridge app. It'll take a few minutes for the firmware to download. It'll prompt you to join the Wi-Fi network. Hit join on your phone and allow the phone to connect via Wi-Fi to the camera, and the transfer of the firmware will begin. It does take a few minutes, so let's speed this process up. Okay, so at this point the update has been pushed over to the camera, and SnapBridge will tell you to complete the rest of this using the camera. Hit OK, and you'll see on the back of your camera you'll be actually receiving this file. This will actually go on while that update that we sped up in real time was being pushed out. Okay, so the camera now prompts you to update the firmware. All you need to do is select yes by moving the direction pad up, and then the system will display the following warning. Hit the OK button right there on the back of the camera. Do not turn off the camera. The update takes several minutes, and once it's complete you will have the new firmware installed. Okay, so you can check the firmware version. You'll see it's now 1.2, and you can delete the firmware from the camera body because it's no longer needed, and you're all set.
Alright, so I hope you found that helpful. I've never really been a big fan of SnapBridge, and one of the drawbacks of using SnapBridge to update your firmware is it does take about a day or so before the firmware is available on SnapBridge. So if you're one of those people that like to update your firmware the minute it becomes available, well, SnapBridge as of right now isn't going to be for you, because you do have to wait about 24 hours or so for the update to become available on SnapBridge. That seems to be the trend currently. I'm not really sure why. However, Nikon has done a lot to improve the stability of SnapBridge, and maybe it's time for even people like me who've always kind of viewed it as not a product that I really want to use because of stability issues and problems, but I know Nikon has really worked hard on it, and it did seem to work pretty flawlessly for this update, and maybe I'm going to have to rethink a little bit my use of SnapBridge. I mean, hey, it's an easy way to use it as a remote control for your camera if you're out in the field and you don't have a remote. So there's some value to it. Hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this going to change your mind about SnapBridge? Were you a user before? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And if you didn't like it, does this change your mind? Let me know. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time, YouTube. Bye-bye.